Hello and welcome. Chef Pennington here in Austin, Texas, where we bring flavor to the table, and that's exactly what we're doing today. Today is peanut butter banana bread cookies. What a cool idea. For me, my mother makes the best banana bread I've ever had in my life. I'm going to tell you the absolute most amazing secret for making banana bread cookies and banana bread. I'll tell you towards the end. We got macadamia nuts. Who doesn't love macadamia nuts? I say that right? Macadamia nuts. Delicious. So here's the thing. We're going to prep our bananas a very special way so that you don't have to sit them on the counter for a week or 3 or 4 days, however long you like to let them denature and get sweeter and turn dark colors. So we're going to hurry up that process. We're going to use the oven, just cut off the tips. And the reason we cut down the length of the banana is so that it's easy to get out once we're done, because this can be super hot. The natural sugars are going to come through. They're going to caramelize, which is cool. It's going to darken a little bit. Boom, there you go. They're been sitting on the counter for a week, but it only took us 40 minutes. It's awesome. And you're going to see right here, see all that darker color? Those are the sugars that have caramelized. So we have almost better flavor this way than letting them sit on the counter for a week. They both have their value. So we got 1 cup here. You could do a little bit more. Will not hurt the recipe one bit. Got 4 tablespoons of butter right there. I like using high quality butter. It totally makes a difference. The cheaper butters are almost mostly water. Getting some good salt in there. In the article link below, I'll have all of the measurements, and there's actually 2 other ingredients on the list that actually aren't here. I'll put the recipe in the description below so you guys don't have to go to the website if you don't want to, but there'll be other good stuff there. Getting 2 eggs in there. The eggs are going to bind everything together and give it a little bit of lift. Here's our delicious peanut butter. If you don't like the peanut butter, just don't use it. No big deal. Recipe turns out perfectly. We're going to mix everything together here. Kind of the deal here is you don't want to overmix everything, but this portion's fine. Once we add the flour, that's when you don't want to overmix. And here is some nutmeg, probably the secret ingredient, we might say. So this is the outside. The very outside of the nutmeg nut is called maize. You might have heard of that seasoning before. It's not used very often, but it has a stronger flavor. The actual nutmeg itself on the inside is very floral. It's a really wonderful ingredient, underutilized totally. So here we go. We're going to do our dry ingredients. You got to sift them, because in flour, if it sits in your cabinet for a little bit, there's always a little bit that wants to clump together, and that's not good eats when it comes to cookies. Got some cinnamon, got some baking soda right there, and you got to sift it through. It takes 2 seconds. It's totally worth it. You could use one of those hand little deals where you fill them up and you squeeze it and it'll sift it for you. It's kind of old school. Those are kind of cool. You might find those at places like Goodwill. If you ever like walking through there, you might find one. There's some good vanilla. We're baking. We usually invite vanilla to the party when we're baking. And we want to bring it just together where our ingredients have gotten happy. And at that point, every time we use the mixer, we got to go in there and we got to scrape down underneath it. Really important. This is another way to make sure that we don't get any extra pieces of flour that nobody wants to eat. Salt's a personal preference. I suggest you add a little bit of salt. It wakes everything up. It brings more flavor. As to the amount, maybe half a teaspoon, probably right in there. I like to look at how much volume food I'm dealing with, and then that's why I was sprinkling the salt. I could feel how much salt was going in my food. Very chef kind of thing, but half a teaspoon probably works perfectly. So we don't want to cut up the macadamia nuts too much. We want to be able to see them, and we don't really want to impart, cut up dust. Everyone likes to see what they're eating, so a large piece of macadamia nut feels like a treasure inside of your cookie, because most people like macadamia nuts. They're so good. So we want it to set up after we mix it. This is going to help us scoop it out better. So I just threw it in the freezer around 10 minutes. You'll be able to tell if it's set the way you like it. And then we're going to scoop them up. Now, here's one of the things. These cookies will expand, so you don't want to put them too close together, or you're going to have one big cookie, which may be what you want. You might want to just make it all one big flat sheet, and then you could cut it out into squares. Totally easy. Sprinkle them on there. Be generous. Everybody likes those macadamia nuts. And of course, if you don't like them, you can just exclude them. You could put chocolate chips in there, or you could put the little peanut butter cup thingies in there. I mean, both of those would work wonderful. I like the peanut butter cup idea one. I might try that soon. The parchment paper just makes cleanup really easy. So here's the cool thing. Before and after, we're going to put a little Turbinado sugar. It's delicious sugar cane that's slightly toasty, and it has texture to it. So when you're eating it, you know it's there. It's great to add to barbecue dry rubs too, folks. There's a good tip. I love using it there. And we ended up with a really delicious cookie. So here's the trick. Here's the big trick, how to make the best possible. It's super easy. Put it in a bag, put it on your counter, wait a day. They set up and the moisture, it does something to them. It lets the flavors develop. It's always better the second day. It's one of those few baking things, I think, that really is the case. Come join us on social media. We'd love to have you all. The links will be below. Please subscribe and hit the like button and the bell so you'll know when we're going to post new videos. Like I said, we're going to have all the recipe right below. Easy peasy, printable, savable. Here's our actual banana bread recipe that's going to be posting here in a day or two. And y'all have the best. Take care.